I would like to make a special video. And that special video is going to be about Uber Tristram. Specifically, fighting the Uber brothers without having a torch in the inventory and without having an Annihilus, without call to arms, and without the Mercenary. I have a couple of other videos that I've previously done where my first ever Ubers were done with together with one of my viewers on twitch.tv/Rarugu. And what we've done is basically I had the Smiter and he had the Sorcerers. He was teleporting for me, finding the bosses to get the organs, and then I did the Uber Tristram. And then the second video I've done is a video where I soloed the Ubers, in the sense that I had no partner, and I've gone through the entire process of going through Matron's Den, the Forgotten Sands, and Furnace of Pain, gathering the Diablo's Horn, the Baal's Eye, and the Mephisto's Brain. Diablo's Horn is found in Matron's Den, Baal's Eye is in Forgotten Sands, and Mephisto's Brain is in Furnace of Pain. They're dropped by the bosses. Diablo's Horn is by Lilith, Baal's Eye is dropped by Uber Duriel, and Mephisto's Brain is dropped by Uber Izual. And what I've realized is that when I did those Ubers, I did them while a torch was in my inventory. And a torch is what you get out of Ubers, right? It's I have a Barbarian torch here, which is an 1818. It's an above average. It's an upper barb torch. It's a very strong bonus. And I think it is a strong show of a build such as an Uber Smiter if I do not have items equipped that are particularly difficult to get, such as Call to Arms. It's a rune word for a 5-socketed sword or a flail, rather a mace, that boosts your life by about, it could boost your life by about double, quite a bit, and other attributes that you have. So I think for a starting player, this type of gear is difficult to acquire, which is why it is important to show that it is doable with gear that is a lot more cheaper and a lot more affordable. The gear that I am using is Treachery. Treachery is a rune word crafted by putting in Shael Thul Lem into a 3-socketed torso piece of armor. And the reason why I use Treachery is so that the Fade activates. And once the Fade on my character is activated, then I equip Duress for the Crushing Blow. What Fade does is it essentially boosts your maximum resistances for a period of time. And that is a counter to Uber Mephisto's aura. Uber Mephisto has a level 20 conviction, which reduces your resistances by a large amount, a very large amount. And when the Fade is activated in Treachery, then it balances that out. And when you start smiting Uber Mephisto and bring him down, then the rest of the brothers, Baal and Diablo, are much easier to deal with. As far as the weapon, Kingslayer is the choice. There are many that use Grief. I prefer to use Kingslayer because Kingslayer gives Crushing Blow. And it also gives minus 25 targets defense. On top of that, it gives open wounds, which makes the monsters bleed, and 33% chance of crushing blow is a lot. Prevent monster heal property allows you to make sure that the enemy does not regenerate life, which is very important. So overall, this is a strong blade. I made it in a phase blade. It also has increased attack speed, which phase blade by default is a weapon with fast attack speed, and that 30% attack speed combined with the Fanatiscism aura makes you go through the breakpoint. The next item is Guillaume's face, socketed with an rune in it to boost resistances. Then Duress in an Archon plate. It does not have to be an Archon plate. I do recommend that you use a light elite armor. Kingslayer Faceblade gives you plus 10 strength also by default, which helps you equip your other gear, such as Duress. High Lord's Wrath for attack speed primarily. You can craft an attack speed amulet. If you craft a good attack speed amulet, plus 1 skills is not that important. It's getting over the breakpoint that is important. Sacred Ondash Sanctuary. The base for that Sanctuary is a 45 all resistant shield. You don't have to get a 45 all res. You can get like a 40 all resistance shield, maybe even 39. And if you roll high enough Sanctuary, you'll be fine. If I remember correctly, Sanctuary rolls between 60 and 80 all resistances. So it's quite a huge range. So in this case, my resistances are 107. So essentially, Sanctuary Shield counters the punishment from playing on Hell, which is you get negative 100 resistances by default. So difficult penalty is the word, right? Difficult penalties minus 100%. So my lightning resistance right now is 83%, as in the cap. But I am still over the cap on those resistances. Sanctuary Shield is to thank for that. Then I have Gore Rider Boots for crushing blow. Raven Frost to have cannot be frozen property. And also it has a lot of dexterity. Verdango's Hardy Cord with 14% damage reduction. An important bit. Then Dwarf Star, which is done for fire absorption. I'm sorry. So Dwarf Star is fire absorption. Raven Frost is cold absorption, which is going to cover some of the types of damage. Dracula's Grasp are the gloves that are used. They give you 15 strength, which is a lot of strength. They go for between 10 and 15. It doesn't really matter what stats you get on them. The important point of Dracula's Grasp is so that you recast Life Tap. Life Tap is the skill that makes the Uber Smiter possible. Before I engage the boss, I start with wearing this offhand, which is Life Tap Wand, which with Life Tap charges, that enables me to basically cast a Life Tap before I even start smiting. And then I switch right back into the primary weapon and begin attacking the bosses. As far as the charms, I found several grand charms in Hell that give a lot of life. Just 34, 33 life. That's 100 life. There's a plus 5 strength charm in order to make me able to wear Guillaume's face. Because if I switch to my offhand, I cannot wear Guillaume's. And it's really just to make sure that all of my gear is wearable. Cold skill charms, lightning resistance charms are very important because of Mephisto. I have some fire resistance charms in the stash or in the inventory as well. Mostly though, it is lifers. It is important to note that you may not use teleport. I'm sorry, not teleport. You may not use town portal in Uber Tristram. In order to open Uber Tristram, you need those 3 organs, which I went over earlier. So the way I typically perform Ubers is I go to Act 4, River of Flame, where there's 2 flames burning. I equip Treasury until the Fade activates. And there it is. We got lucky. Sometimes you need to stand in the fire for a good couple of minutes before it activates. But there it is. Fade is now active. And now I'm going to equip Duress. And if we look at the character, now my resistances are 270 for lightning and 236. I mean, they're really, really huge. And now I'm just going to go and do the Ubers. So okay, we enter the town, circle around in order to provoke Mephisto. And there it is. Mephisto is down, which is the hardest part of Ubers. It is basically making sure that he is down for the count. Because if Mephisto is not down before you Alright, Diablo, where are you? If Mephisto is not down, if Mephisto is not down before you engage the other brothers, you are going to suffer for that. There's Bale. And there's Diablo. Alright. Whoops. Actually, I may not pick up this torch because the other torch is not in the shared inventory. Don't commit that mistake. It is important to note that every brother is going to spawn monsters, every one of the 3. And you need to lure them out one at a time. it is ideal to lure out Mephisto first to take care of the Conviction Aura. After that, the Order of Diablo and Baal is not important. So as you can see, it was a relatively painless run. I got a little tense there for a second. I thought that the life tap did not cast on Diablo. It is up to 84. Okay. I'm talking about the lightning resistance. It went up from 83 to 84. Alright, let's identify the torch. $16-12 sorcerers. $16-12 sorcerer's torch. Pretty good. Oh, it's good. It's good. Alright. As I do have a sorceress that does not have a torch. Well, she does now. In any event, my character stats are, I put only enough attributes into strength and dexterity to equip my gear. The key attribute for this class, out of all of them, is Crushing Blow. I have 98% chance to deal a Crushing Blow. And what Crushing Blow does is it takes off a percentage of the total life. Not maximum, but total life. Which is why you can kind of see the life just draining from the bosses at the very start. This build is also good, or actually efficient is the word I should use. It is an efficient build to kill Diablo clone. I haven't had the pleasure of doing that yet, but I do hope that I will do so. So yeah, this build is pretty strong, and you can do Ubers with it. You can do it solo, you can do it in a team. I highly recommend that you do this build in a team of people because, first of all, if you have a teleporter, you can find the bosses quicker. Secondly, if you happen to drop out of the game, then you can reconnect, and people that are in the game will wait for you, and you will not lose your progress. It takes a long time in order to collect the keys, in order to collect 3 destruction keys, 3 terror keys, and 3 hate keys. Destruction plus terror plus hate is referred to as a key set, and you need 3 key sets in order to enter the areas I mentioned earlier, to then collect the organs and go through Uber Tristram. I hope you found this build helpful, and if you're new to Diablo 2, I encourage you to stop by my Twitch channel and my Discord channel. I have some guides written down. If you type Rarugu in Google, Rharugu, you will find the social media. And if you have any questions at all, you can email me. You can stop by while I stream and leave a note. You can send me a message via Facebook. I'll help you out. Diablo 2 Resurrected is a well-done game, and while it does have some technical issues that are being polished, overall, playing the game is very enjoyable. Aside from that, I hope that this guide to doing solo Ubers with no Annihilus, no call to arms, and no Mercenary is going to help you out with making choices when gearing and trading. I'll mention one small detail about the weapon, the Kingslayer. The rune Gull that is in it. I've gained a lot of respect for that rune because of that weapon. I haven't used it before. I used to use Grief, but I like Kingslayer more. It performs very well when it comes to smiting, when it comes to Ubers. And in order to make Grief, you need Law rune, which is higher, and it is much more difficult to find. A Gull rune can drop out of the Forge. It is the top rune that may drop out of the Forge, and I think that this rune word right here is the reason why. Because acquiring a torch boosts your character so much. But even if you do not have a torch, because you have not done Ubers yet and you have your friends helping you collect the gear and make a character, and then you go through the trials and tribulations of collecting organs, you have the ability to do Uber Tristram. Thank you very much for watching, and actually, you know what? I will go ahead and put the torch back in to take a cute screenshot, and that's probably yes. Oh, let's see. There we go. That's gonna be, yeah. That's going to be the screenshot for the video. The thumbnail, that is. Yeah. Alright, thank you for watching. Good luck, have fun, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I will answer them as best I can. And if you want to hunt torches with me, or if you need some starter gear, I do have some spirits laying around that I can give you, which will boost your character significantly at the very start. Take care, good luck, and I will see you in Sanctuary.